Crime Curious is a true crime podcast that takes an in-depth look into real cases through the lens of a trained investigator and former prosecutor turned judge.
If you are sensitive to expletives, anatomical descriptions, and accurate descriptions of crime scenes, this podcast may not be suitable for you.
Welcome to Crime Curious. I'm Charnell.
Oh, I guess I go second this time.
You do.
I'm Jason, also
And
known as Brainbeth Jason.
Brainbeth Jason, who's trying to
lose that.
He's trying to
moniker.
just become Jason.
Moniker?
Just Jason.
Is that the right word?
Yes, it is. And we have a very, back by popular demand,
Our
special
garden
guest in the studio.
Yes.
Wes is back.
How's everybody
Detective
doing?
Wes. They're doing great. Everybody who's been a longtime follower is going, oh my God, Wes is on. And also, if you're a Patreon and you get the video episodes, look at Papa Smurf is
Papa
here.
Smurf.
What'd you call him? Our garden gnome?
Garden gnome.
He's
I've
so
been called-
adorable.
Oh, he's got the thing behind him.
I've been called law enforcement Santa,
Yeah.
gnome cop.
Gnome
Yeah.
Cop. Well, you're adorable. And
thank you.
if you are on video, just know that he's sitting where Megan usually is because she is out in New Orleans for a conference right now. And, we were trying to adjust it so we didn't mess with Megan's setup too much. So it looks like Wes really is a garden gnome because he's way shorter on
Way
video.
shorter,
He's
yes.
standing
With-
in a hole.
Yeah, I'm actually standing up right now. Yeah.
With all of the beautiful greenery behind him. But I promise that we are not this differentiated in real life. It just looks kind of weird on video.
I'm actually that much taller than
You are
this.
probably actually that much
That
taller.
is true. Yes,
I
I am
don't
not.
have anything to give him to shake.
Oh, yeah. This
Oh,
bag
yeah,
of-
I've got it.
Oh,
There's
there's
a
a hole
hole
in
in
there,
it.
so don't
Oh,
shake it too
okay.
rigorously. It's not your dick, but
Oh.
shake the gree-gree. Get
Shake
the
it.
good
All
luck.
right, I'm shaking it.
That's close enough.
Somebody did write us and say, please tell me what you mean by shake the gree-gree. So,
Oh, yeah, agree.
like,
Yeah.
it is good luck. This is our
voodoo
good.
thing.
It is
Kind
a
of a
voodoo
voodoo
thing.
thing, yeah.
It is, and we learned the hard way that if we do not shake our penis bones and our crystal things that our listeners have sent us,
Raccoon Day.
Yes. Pete.
yep. If we don't shake them, stuff goes wrong in the recordings. So that's why we do this. But gentlemen, this week, knowing that I had you as a special guest in the studio, I have picked some cool cases for us to record this week. This first one that we are going to do for the general audience is a redo of a case that we covered originally back in 2021, right after we launched. And it's worth a revisit because there have been some new updates. Plus, it's just one of the most twisted, ridiculous, and ultimately terribly tragic cases that resulted in the death of Brian Barrett, a 22-year-old man whose life was stolen simply because others in this case refused to act like adults and instead acted like characters rejected from a bad Lifetime movie. So it is worth going back and doing it again. And I've spiced it up a little bit because this case goes back to 2005. And just for shits and gigs, I will be throwing in references to pop culture from that time just to help us set the scene and to change it up from our original
the early
coverage.
2000s.
Yes.
This is like if Back to the Future happened today, they'd be going back to 1995.
They would be going back to 2005.
Those 30 years.
So, yes. So what confused you about the years?
No, in Back to the Future, they
Oh,
went back 30 years.
did they? Yep. You're right. It's been a while since I've
96.
watched that. Sorry. Yeah, but this is 2005. Just as the world was reeling from Brad and Jennifer's divorce, thanks a lot, Angelina. And Tom Cruise was jumping up and down on Oprah's couch. Remember that?
Yep.
Yeah. A man lesser known to this point, I mean, he's more known now, named Thomas Montgomery, found himself in a team game chat room called Pogo.com. Okay? So Thomas Montgomery is in this teen chat room. It's a game But then you know how back in the day you could go into like separate chat rooms in a game, right? You following me? Instead of playing Guitar Hero, which became increasingly popular in 2005, this middle-age crisis, dad bod sporting basic white man was chatting it up with teens online. Yep. And back in 2005, online chat rooms were like the Wild West. There were no rules, no verification, just vibes and names that made you sound hotter than you really were, all on a dial-up tone. And yeah, do you guys remember? Did you have MySpace handles, anything 2005? Do you remember what year?
2005?
I probably had a MySpace.
I don't even know if I didn't have MySpace. I don't even know if I had Facebook then.
No,
Yeah,
I
I don't
didn't
think
get
I
into
had
Facebook till
Facebook.
2008.
I probably had a MySpace.
Yeah.
I had nothing.
Well,
I had an email account.
and did
which
it have
wasn't-
some ridiculous name in it?
It was my name.
Oh, well,
Like
okay.
it's like an original.
Oh, I see.
Like
I
my
see.
full name, no numbers.
Wes, I imagine you had to have had something like
I had MySpace, and 2005 puts me about halfway through my second horrible marriage.
Oh God, I can't imagine what your handle was then. Well, let me tell you about Thomas Montgomery.
Pound.
Thomas Montgomery, then in 2005, was a 46-year-old man deep in his midlife crisis, but make it delusional era. And he logged on under the handle Marine Sniper. Spoiler alert. He was not a sniper in the Marines. Yeah. No, because any Marine sniper does not make their MySpace handle Marine Sniper. He was a Marine for 6 years, and he was loosely identified as a sharpshooter, but he never trained as a sniper, and he also never saw action. That's very important, okay?
Okay.
Thomas was a forklift operator.
In the Marine Corps?
No.
Oh.
Like
in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yes. In 2005, at 46 years old, he was a forklift operator, which is a very respectable career, but not when you're trying to tell people online that you are a Marine sniper. He was also a husband, a dad of 2 daughters, a man who should have been paying bills, scratching his beer gut, farting in bed, and mowing his damn lawn. I'm sorry if any of you guys feel seen right now.
Yeah, I'm like, everybody's just looking at me
he
like.
could have been doing all that at the same time.
Other than the fact that I'm not forklift certified, you just checked all the boxes.
You just described
Sorry about that, guys.
Yeah.
Saturdays.
Yeah.
When I wrote this, I knew you'd be in the studio, but I didn't actually realize how bad that might hit. Yep. Instead, Thomas Montgomery created Tommy, an 18-year-old Marine sniper with abs, honor, and apparently no access to a mirror. Because when you see pictures of Thomas Montgomery, well, it's not going to look like an 18-year-old Marine sniper. Let's just say that, okay? Remember, in 2005, New Balance shoes were not popular like they are.
Cool.
No,
like
they were like what,
now.
like what basic white men wore, right?
I was wearing New Balances in 2000.
Probably.
You might have been. You can wear them now, Wes. They're hot again.
Oh.
But back in 2005, they were not.
New Balances are actually hot?
They are, man.
Really?
Yeah. Papa West, you got to get on board,
See, I went
man.
back to the original dad shoe.
Were they
which is
Velcro?
The Nike Air Monarch.
No
Velcro, but Nike.
They are
yes.
comfortable. Yeah. I mean, Nike is classic.
These are dad shoes.
Yeah.
Well, what do you think Tommy, 18-year-old Marine sniper, who, by the way, was saying that he was waiting to be deployed, which just is disgusting. Okay, this is 2005, so remember where the world was. Kind of similar to what we're looking at right now, right? So he's in this chat room pretending to be a Marine sniper, and who do you think he goes for?
Little boys.
No. He goes, Jay, you care
No,
to venture a
I
guess?
don't really want to guess.
He is going for Jesse, whose online handle was TalHotBlonde, spelled TalHotBlonde. Yeah, tall. Must be the double L was already taken, so
We're
she had to go
assuming
tall.
Is Jesse a female?
Jessie is a
That's one of those.
female,
Okay.
a sweet,
Chris, Pat,
flirty, 18-year-old high school senior from West Virginia
Is she though?
who just
Like,
happened
was
to
she?
advertise that she was an athlete
Or
and
was
a
this
virgin.
another 45-year-old man?
We're going to
that
get
can
to it.
happen from what I've heard.
We will get to it, but here they are, Tommy and Jesse in an online chat room, 18 years old. They start chatting. This is May 2005, and they're probably listening to Mariah Carey's hit from that year, We Belong Together. We belong together. You know that?
No.
I do not know that.
Oh,
No.
you guys.
You know why?
The internet's screaming at you
Because
right now.
I'm not gay.
Yeah.
Listen, it's a great song.
2005, there was a lot of dad
Mariah
rock.
Carey.
There was some dad rock.
Wasn't there
It
a lot
wasn't
of-
Mariah Carey.
Like,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
thinking Creed,
Yeah.
Nickelback.
Well,
Also,
Close, maybe? I don't
she
know.
did "We Belong
are-
Together" with a popular rap artist at the time too. I forgot. I didn't put it in my notes, but it was a good one. If I could sing, I would belt it out for you, but I won't do that to myself or the rest of us on this show.
appreciated.
Their online romance got steamy. The two were exchanging photos, mostly of Jesse. Now, Tommy's profile photo was of him in his Marine garb from 30 years ago.
Like, someone should be able to notice
Right,
that.
like,
it's
yeah.
Like, I
it's
don't think they
2005.
change a lot.
Everything's grainy. We don't have the high
grainy.
def
You're
that
right.
we have now, so you couldn't tell. And honestly, I've seen the photo. I really don't think, lenses in 2005 or while you're uploading photos. I could see why Jesse thought this is a real Marine photo of him, and it was him at the age of 18. That part was right. But it was
I
just,
don't think
back when he
posting
had
pictures of
hair.
me at 18 would help.
No, probably not. I've seen
Yeah.
I've seen your transformation story, you little
Yeah.
butterfly,
Yeah.
and
Wait,
you look
yeah.
a lot different.
I could show you guys my karate picture
That would be
from when I was 18.
freaking
Wes,
awesome.
I need to see that, my friend.
I will work on that while you're discussing.
I have got to see that.
Okay.
So listen while you work, okay? And that was not a dwarf comment from one of the 7 dwarfs. Sorry. Okay. Jesse also sent a video that was taken while Jesse was walking in a skirt that just happened to be from the angle of up her skirt. Okay? There's some provocative poses, and the two engaged in cyber sex because they were a cyber item. The two even discussed meeting up and getting married. Jesse even mailed Tommy some of her panties. Their messages said things like, "I love you always and forever, Tommy." That's what Jesse said.
So romantic.
And then,
Sounds like an 80s
Wes,
song.
I want you to be, just one time, I want you to be Thomas Montgomery's voice in this instant message.
Oh, okay.
Can you just say to me in the creepiest way, "I have never felt this way"? Nice and deep.
I've never felt this way.
Yes. Yeah. These are the types of messages. "I love you always and forever, Tommy."
I'll never let you go.
Yes. This was the vibe, you guys. Here in 2026, this is a tale as old as time. The new version of Beauty and the Beast, if you will, because
That's nice.
do you have the video? Is that really you? That cannot be you.
No, that's me.
Wes.
Yeah. No, I was in karate when I was a kid. And my mom said, I spent so much goddamn money on your karate lessons. You're getting a senior picture in your
Yep.
karate uniform.
And show the people. Can
do
you
I do
put
that?
that? Just put it right up to the camera. See what
Yeah.
happens. Wow, Wes,
Yeah.
that is amazing.
It's a sweet
Yeah.
mullet.
That's
And
what
you're right. If you had put that up in 2005 as your 18-year-old self, I think I would have given you away that
Yeah.
you're not 18 in
Right.
2005. Yes. So here we are, okay? 2026, we're used to this catfishing shit. 2005,
it's still
they're
kinda
not.
new.
Yeah, yes. Because it's like, as I was saying earlier, the new version of Beauty and the Beast. If the Beast was a middle-aged man jerking off in the basement, of his home while his wife is upstairs, just happy to not have to deal with his lazy ass, because I can only imagine that is probably what Thomas Montgomery's marriage was like. Him hiding in the basement, her upstairs just glad that he's out of her hair.
So is this a podcast or an
I was
intervention?
saying, that was very descriptive.
I'm like,
Well,
You were staring right at me when you
Yeah.
said all that.
I'm
if
staring
you would
at the
just change it
camera.
from basement to garage, I'd be like,
sorry.
yeah, so you just described my life.
I am, oh gosh, this one might hurt too, because then I went on to explain about his wife, who's probably been responsible for her own orgasm since 1992, and she's just trying to survive, raising these kids and paying off this mortgage. That is the marriage right now of Thomas Montgomery. And I'm not saying she's a gold digger. I'm just saying that song was also a hit in 2005 and might be why she.
Old?
Yes.
Is that how old that song is?
It is. I looked it up. It might be why she's putting up with, flat butt, beer gut Montgomery.
Flat beer gut.
That's what we should call him, don't you think?
So
he was.
I mean,
he is a basic white man. He has a flat butt. Like,
yeah.
Come on.
I never
love
had
you
much
guys,
butt to begin with.
Right. It's being bootylicious.
One of the
is
Deps
not...
at work jokes about how I'm built like Hank Hill. And it's pretty accurate.
It's not far off.
It's not far off.
We can't help it, Wes. We cannot help it. So I'm thinking that his wife, she's probably not real surprised when her daughter brings her daddy's computer to her because their daughter was using it for something when all of a sudden an instant message pops up from TalHotBlonde, and it was less than appropriate. So Mrs. Montgomery does some super sleuthing on her husband's computer, and she discovers all the sexting, the confessions of love, and she decides she is going to put an end to this Lifetime movie by messaging Jessie and sending her their most recent family photo.
Oh, that's just heartbreak. Poor Jessie.
Damn.
Poor Jessie, indeed.
And Jessie doesn't know this is going on?
No.
She
Jessie,
thinks he's an 18-year-old dude. He's
Jessie,
deployed.
Jesse's like, yeah, he is an 18-year-old Marine sniper. He's hot. He's buff. He's into me. I'm sending him my panties.
Listen, if she's as hot as she claims to be,
well, there's pictures, there's videos.
Stuck on fucking a chat room.
Basically,
on a
when the
video game.
situation occurs, Tommy's probably at work running his forklift.
He is.
He has
You're
no idea
100% right. Yep. And I'm just imagining, because if I was Mrs. Montgomery messaging this hot 18-year-old who's been sexting with my husband for a long time now, I would say something like, do you see that balding, middle-aged, overweight man in the middle? That's the real Tommy, not the 6-foot, red-haired, muscle-bound honeypot Marine that he's making you believe you're talking to.
Do they have any examples of the sexting that you could read?
Yes. There are thousands and thousands of pages.
And I would gladly do some.
Well, do some, just some light reading.
Like I would just be like, cunnilingus. I like to use proper terms when I sext.
The scientific terms. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Good job. Mrs. Montgomery also found the red panties that Jessie sent. So at this point in time, Jessie isn't sure who to trust. So she ends up contacting another man online by the screen name Beefcake. Because that's what you were, Wes. I've decided.
Beefcake. Yeah.
You were Beefcake 69. That was probably Wes's handle.
That might have been his email password we couldn't figure out earlier.
Yeah.
It might have been.
Yeah, that does sound familiar.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever looked at myself and thought, Beefcake.
Beefcake. There's a type for everybody, Wes. You don't sell yourself short, man. There are women out there right now going, I want me some Wes.
Well, I tricked my wife, so.
Right.
I make them laugh, and next thing you know, it's too late.
You've tricked several women.
I've tricked
actually,
several women, yeah.
know?
Like, ha.
Yeah. Surprise.
I'm actually built like a garden gnome.
Mrs. Garden Gnome is very happy, so it's fine.
I believe she is.
So we have Beefcake. Now, the reason that Jessie reaches out to Beefcake is because she knows through their online chat conversations that Tommy works with Beefcake, and they all play these games together, these online games, right? So she knows that Beefcake works at the same factory as Tommy. So she messages Beefcake. Beefcake is like, yes, Marine Sniper is a now 47-year-old man because he's had a birthday since they started talking. And he confirms it. And, of course, Beefcake's like, you didn't know you were talking to a 47-year-old man?
That'd be so disappointing.
For sure.
That would suck.
Beefcake, however, is a beautiful 22-year-old Brian Barrett. Good-looking, part-time machinist and college student. And truly the only person being honest here.
Truly a beefcake.
Yeah, right. He was in hardworking. He's 22. He's just a 22-year-old kid. Like, just being honest and like, yes, this is a 47-year-old middle-aged man that you are texting with. So TalHotBlonde, Jessie, breaks up with Marine Sniper Tommy because she ain't no hollerback girl. Yes, that was a defining song in 2005 by Gwen Stefani.
Shit is bananas. Yeah.
Bananas. And this song fits so perfectly with this case. But her and Beefcake, they turn out to have a lot in common. So the two continue to flirt, chat, and carry on with life. After all, Jessie is an 18-year-old senior in high school. She's an athlete, and Beefcake Brian likes what he sees.
And Marine Corps, he's out.
Yeah, Marine Sniper, he's out.
Marine Sniper's out.
So Beefcake and TalHotBlonde, they become a cyber item.
Okay.
The two even go into the online chat room, and they out Marine Sniper in the teen game chat room as a predator and humiliate him. Okay?
Where this is going.
Yeah.
Brian then puts some of their steamy messages on Thomas Montgomery's toolbox at work. Because remember, Brian and Thomas, the real Thomas, know each other through work. And so he's kind of taunting. Like,
he just drops like a transcript on the...
He sure does. He sure does. And
That's
so...
not going to go well.
Nope. Thomas starts messaging Jessie with his agony. Now, remember, at this point in time, the middle-age crisis jig is up. Jessie knows that Thomas is Thomas Montgomery, 47-year-old man, dad of 2 daughters. So they start messaging, and I'm going to read you a little bit of this transcript. Jessie says, remember, it's TalHotBlonde on the instant messenger. I ache to be with Tommy. Do you miss it, Tom? Marine Sniper says, more than you will ever know.
I like it better when you do the voice.
It's definitely funnier.
It is probably less creepy, too. Then he says, my heart aches to hear you call me your Tommy. I wish I could be that 19-year-old Marine for you. TalHotBlonde says, I know, Tom. Marine Sniper, wish you were nude. He just jumps right to that. I mean, what the fuck?
He figures why not.
Wait, I mean, got to shoot your shot at some point.
I mean, at that point, you got to Hail Mary.
Yeah.
You're throwing it all.
Right.
You're like, you know what? Yeah.
At this point,
what's
the worst? Yeah.
This is on her, right?
This would be a lot better if you were nude.
Right.
Yeah. Breakups
better if you were nude.
breakups are always better with shirts off.
Yeah.
Sure.
I
can't say as though I've ever done a naked breakup, but I'm not opposed. I
don't think that's ever happened.
Also, the way that that Wes just said, wish you were nude, I felt like he was speaking right to us. Like, I wish we were recording this nude.
I was
what would make podcasting better?
Yeah.
Nude podcasting.
Yeah. You know what would be better? If we were nude right now.
You invited him.
I know. So after he makes that comment, TalHotBlonde says, what would you do? And then Marine Sniper, in all of his 47-year-old smoothness, says, stare.
I got no game.
He was so honest.
I'd stare.
Just stare.
Yeah.
Probably touch myself a little.
I'd masturbate and cry.
Right. So then TalHotBlonde says, that all? Marine Sniper says, nope. Then he says, and this is so...
They release these?
Oh, yeah. You can read all of them if you want. It gets so gross. You guys are going to die. Just brace yourself.
Hold on, let me take a drink of water.
Seriously.
We don't want spit take theater.
We don't. Brace yourself. Because after he says nope, he says, you might get the magic.
Oh. The magic. Oh, you can't see my hand. The magic.
This man has no magic whatsoever. The magic. Like, I am sorry. This is not Fantasia. You have no magic, sir.
The magic. Okay.
So then TalHotBlonde says, Then she says, make love to me, Tommy. Yeah. Next, he probably said, I'll take you to the candy shop and let you lick the...
Oh,
because
God.
that was another popular song from 50 Cent.
You're putting him in there.
No, I don't know that he said that.
Oh, but the
transcript ended on "Make Love to Me, Tommy." But that
was a song from that point. That song is that old.
I'll take you to the candy shop. Yeah, I'll let you lick the lollipop.
What do you think he means by that?
He just really likes sugar. That's why.
This whole song's about diabetes.
It really was. In his mind, this is the jackpot, right, you guys? Because He is being accepted for being 47 and still had this hot young girl who wanted him. But she just toys with him. And this goes on for a long time, these messages back and forth, where she's essentially pitting Brian and Tommy against each other. And it doesn't last. Eventually, Jessie tells Montgomery that they're through, and she really seemed to like commit to Brian, to Beefcake. But this makes Thomas Montgomery begin to go into a downward spiral. So Thomas begins overhearing Brian bragging to friends at work that he's going to drive down to West Virginia. They're in New York, just for reference, okay? Because he's going to drive down to West Virginia to pop her cherry.
What's that mean?
I'll let Wes explain it to you.
It's fine.
I don't
I know.
I don't think it's for a lady to explain.
That would,
Jen Pup.
that'd be the taking of the virginity.
Yeah.
Yes,
Thanks.
yes. Or the giving. How about giving? She sounds like she's going to give it. He's not going to take it.
She's going to give it
She's
up.
going to give it. Yeah, that sounds less rapey, Wes.
That's true.
When we
Taking
say-
it. You're right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
When we say giving it. Mhm.
Yes.
Yep. So the two are making plans to meet, and Brian's making sure that Thomas is, hearing this. So now I'm going to take you to the day that's not funny at all. September 15th.
Let us be the judge of that.
I know. September 15th, 2006, near Buffalo, New York. Remember I said in the beginning that these two met online May 2005. That's when TalHotBlonde and Marine Sniper started talking. So now we are a year and 3 months later? It's September 2006. That's how long this ridiculousness goes on. September 15th, 2006, 22-year-old Brian Barrett finishes his shift at the factory where he worked. He got in his car. He was prepping to leave when 3 shots rang out. Brian was killed. By the time the police arrived at the factory, suspicion did fall on Thomas, of course, but he had fled the scene. It didn't take them long to be concerned for Jessie's safety. So officers were dispatched to her home in Oak Hill, West Virginia, because they think Thomas is on his way to Jessie next.
6-hour drive.
600.
Yeah, but he had a head start. Also, they're trying to be preventative, right? Because he's not at home. He fled. So Jessie's mother, Mary Schuyler, Schieler,
Yeah.
okay, she answers the door. Jessie's not home. And the police are explaining to her what is going on and saying, look, you need to tell us where she is. We need to verify that she's okay. She is in danger. Now, at first, Mary's acting real weird, like she's not concerned about her daughter. And now it's time for her to do the 1-2 step, the Sierra song featuring Missy Elliott. You know it? You know it? It's on a commercial right now. I got to tell you a funny story. Last night when I was typing these notes, I typed in 1-2 Step by Sierra, and it turns out it's actually on one of the popular pharmaceutical commercials right now. I typed it in the notes, and then the next commercial that played was that one, and I was like, holy cow.
They're listening.
They are listening.
Oh, they're listening.
If I play the song for you, you would know what it is. But anyway, Mary has to do a 1-2 step because now she's forced to confess to the police that her daughter Jessie is not in danger because she is the real TalHotBlonde.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
The catfish was catfished.
The catfish was cat.
Mary.
How old's Mary?
It's like double.
She's a 45-year-old mother who is catfishing men using her daughter's photos.
Oh.
Yes, her daughter's photos. Yes, she secretly took a video up her daughter's skirt without her daughter knowing while her daughter was walking in front of her and sent it to Tommy.
That's weird.
That's pretty weird.
It's disgusting. She took
That's
photos.
frowned upon in most circles.
Yes, she took photos of her daughter changing her clothing, photos that Jessie didn't even know she took. And the thing is, though, although this is a bad day, also a Daniel Powter song popular for the time. For Mary at the time, no laws actually existed that for what she did to be illegal in those online chat rooms. And the using the photos of her daughter. What she did legally at the time was not illegal.
Would that be today, Wes?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, they've changed the laws dramatically.
This case is one of the reasons why laws got changed.
Well, would that be considered some sort of child pornography or distribution?
Well, she was 18, so no. Her
well,
daughter was 18.
Okay, so
yeah, but also she did not consent to those photos. She didn't consent to them being sent to those men, and also not only that, but the way that she was pitting Brian, she was instigating this fake relationship between Brian and Thomas. That now laws have changed so that now that can even be held. You can be held criminally.
All the cyberbullying and crap,
yeah. It's a cyber crime now.
So poor Beefcake thought he was going to go be given the virginity of this gorgeous 18-year-old.
Yep. And instead, had he shown up, he would have been met with fucking 45-year-old mom box.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean,
100%. It's not what you're thinking. To be honest with you, Thomas Montgomery and Mary would have made a handsome couple. Yeah. She's not a looker, Mary.
Not a looker.
No.
She probably was.
This is not a MILF.
Not a
I
MILF?
think she took after her dad. Yeah. So, frankly, Mary doesn't face any charges for any of this. Now, she's lost plenty because her husband divorced her, and her daughter was devastated, of course, to learn what her mother was doing, using her photos to lure younger men to engage in online sex with her. So she faces no legal repercussion at all in this case. Okay. And what's worse, I think, is that if you think about it, had Thomas and Mary just been honest about who they were and their ages, they probably could have fell in love, left their spouses, and engaged in total mundane, belly-bloated, slapping missionary sex and been happy. You know what I'm saying? Just
shirt on, socks on.
Yeah, socks on.
Yeah.
Just total mundane, flat-ass sex.
Basically a halfway meager 30-second wienering.
Yeah.
And then all she hears is,
Right.
And they could have been happy.
They could have been beautiful.
They could have lived happily ever after.
Could have been, yeah.
They did not need to both pretend that they were 18-year-old hot people that they weren't and destroy a 22-year-old man's life. They chose lies, deception, and I don't know. It's just, I mean, I get it. It doesn't sound like I would want to be either one of these people either, so I can see why they wanted to pretend to be somebody else. But this poor 22-year-old Brian lost his life for this twisted game of midlife crisis.
And he didn't get to bang a hot 18-year-old.
No, he never did.
So I bet he had his lunchbox. He's like, woo, 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 and then shabam.
Right.
Yeah, just terrible. They had so much evidence against Thomas Montgomery, thousands of pages of chats with TalHotBlonde, including him making threats about Brian paying in blood. And then there's the fact that the murder happened at their workplace. Coworkers knew of the feud, and DNA from the crime scene matched with a peach pit that Montgomery had actually thrown away. And interestingly enough, the bullets that killed Brian matched an old military rifle, which was seen in photos that Montgomery posted online. And it was turned over by Montgomery's wife as well. So there's a lot of evidence against him.
Going on, yeah.
Yep. He was charged with the murder of Brian Barrett, but he later pleads guilty. In exchange for his plea, he received a 20-year sentence. And I just don't feel like that is enough. 20 years?
Doesn't seem like
That's not
enough.
even as old as Brian only got to live. He was 22.
What did they charge him with then? Did he end up pleading like a manslaughter?
Yes.
Huh.
They let it go on the plea
Definitely
deal.
premeditated.
That seems pretty premeditated.
But he took a plea. And prosecutors, felt that the discovery of his DNA on the peach pit found at the crime scene and
Wouldn't that suck if your DNA on a peach pit?
Peach pit. That's what, yep. And then the gun cabinet, like the photo of that rifle in the gun cabinet that matched. It was an older military rifle. It's not like one that was going to be popular and found everywhere. So they feel that was the key evidence that got him to take a plea instead of having to go through an entire trial. But here is the update that we did not have when we originally recorded in 2021. Thomas Montgomery was released from prison in 2024, January 11th, 2024, from New York after serving 17 years. He will remain on parole, which includes curfews and no contact with Brian's family until 2029. So that's only 3 more years.
Doesn't seem like enough.
No, I don't. 17 years. And put yourself in Brian's family's position. Like, you want to talk about the most senseless murder of your baby. Over online chat games between two
over
fucking
a non-existent
loser
person I never met.
Yes. And 2 fucking loser people who are 45 and 47 years old, unhappy in their fucking marriages, and instead of just divorcing and going and finding their own happiness, they play twisted games with people. Now, Brian's family has helped change laws that would make what Mary did to her daughter in this case a criminal act. And that is something good that has come from that. But other than that, nothing good has come from this. So that is the revisit of the TalHotBlonde case. There is a couple of documentaries about this. Actually, Courtney Cox had directed one of them, I believe. But there is a couple of different. There's a Lifetime movie about it as well. They shouldn't be taken as factual in terms of, it's loosely based on this story, of course, and it's made for drama TV, but it does stem from this real life tragic murder of Brian Barrett and this complete online catfishing scheme.
So when did Thomas find out that Jesse wasn't real?
Well, that would have been...
It would have been when he got arrested.
Probably when he got arrested.
Yes, they officially charged, so all this went down in September. He officially was arrested in the beginning of November. So he, went on the lam for a little while, and then they were building the evidence and the cases against him. It did take them quite some time to go through the thousands of chat room conversations. And just those poor investigators' eyes had to have been freaking bleeding by the end of that, reading that shit as much as they were online sexting and knowing at this point investigators found out real quick that Jesse was really 45-year-old Mary. Investigators knew, but then I do not know specifically when Thomas figured that out, but could you... I can't imagine what he thought of that. He has done like some 2020 interviews, and what he'll tell you now today is, it just never should have happened. It was just so ridiculous, all that stuff. But I really do want to know, like, inside, was he like, oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when they that wasn't an 18-year-old, that was a 45-year-old mother. And he probably thought, is she hot? And then he saw her. He's like, well, fuck.
I don't know. I think that he's a bit predatory. I think he really just wants young girls. I don't think he already had a 40-some-year-old wife.
He didn't want another one of those.
Right. Like, he was definitely...
I've had 3.
You didn't have to agree with that so wholeheartedly, Jason.
Yeah, no.
40-year-old woman sitting across from you right now, and you're like, oh, no, he does not want one of those again.
You don't go looking for that. You end up with that.
Yeah.
You don't seek it out.
I guess this is it.
Trust me, my friends, it goes both ways. It really, really does. So that's... Yeah, did you guys like that case? Are you glad I saved that
I do.
for
I
you?
can't believe I've
like
never
that.
heard that.
I can't believe you hadn't either, or even, not that you watch a lot of Lifetime, but even seen a documentary.
Did it specifically say where, like you said, outside of Buffalo?
Buffalo, yeah.
Oh, it was Buffalo,
New York.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, it was quite the hubbubaloo in 2005. Don't worry, that's not a popular song or anything from there. I'm done with the 2005 references.
That was ever popular.
Yeah.
I mean,
Hullabaloo?
Yeah, maybe in like the 30s.
Was there a song called Hullabaloo?
In like the 1930s.
I think you're thinking of Bare Necessities. What is that?
Oh, Baloo?
Yes.
The Bare
Baloo.
Necessities?
Yep.
The Bear from the Jungle Book.
The Bear from the Jungle Book.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep. Okay, would you guys like a brain bath?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Always.
Okay. I found another one of the good DoorDash. So, Wes, last episode, I found a DoorDash instruction to a DoorDasher that was hilarious. Like, have you ever DoorDashed? Do you know?
I have not.
You
I
know
didn't
what
think
it
so.
is, right?
I know what it is.
Okay. so you can, give them instructions, right? So I found another one, and I really loved this one. This is a Wendy's DoorDash instruction. So they needed you to pick up Wendy's and take it to this address. It says, yo, this is for my Nana. Look, she's 92. And her ears are strictly for decoration at this point. You got to knock like the feds are at the door. I'm talking...
The search warrant knock.
Right. Boom, absolutely.
Boom, boom. Yeah.
I'm talking knock the soul out that wood. When you think you've knocked loud enough, do it again. Then scream, Mrs. Higgins, the Wendy's is here, at the top of your lungs. Do it a couple of times. I'm going to try to call her, but she thinks she phone is a calculator. Just get them nuggets in her hands by any means necessary. I'll tip you.
That is awesome. Yo, Mrs. Higgins. The nuggets is here.
Mrs. Higgins, the Wendy's.
You've done it loud enough.
Yeah.
Yes, do it again. Knock the soul out that wood.
Awesome.
I loved that. Yeah. So that was today's case. Wes,
Okay.
what were you gonna say something, Jason?
No, I was just
Oh, you made
asking.
You made a gurgle out of your throat, so I wasn't sure what that was.
That's just the daily stuff. It might be my allergies. I don't know anymore.
Could be a...
Anyway, Wes, thank you so much for joining us.
That was fun.
Yes, this was a good one. I've really enjoyed having you. We will continue to have you. And if you guys are not Patreons, this would be a great month to join because we're about to record a Patreon-only episode, and Wes will be on that one as well.
That one too.
Yes.
Oh, we didn't prep I totally forgot. I've been off. I forgot that Megan wasn't going to be here. I didn't prep a game that she didn't actually play.
I know. We'll have to tell Wes about that between recordings. She'll be so disappointed. We did surprise her with Wes, though. She didn't know that Wes was coming. Nope. This was a total surprise. So, and she listens. She will be listening to this on her flight back from New Orleans. So this is how we will keep her grounded because she hates flying.
Yeah.
So she will listen and enjoy. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for listening. We hope that you come back next week. We hope that you keep it curious.
Keep listening.
Until next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yep.
Yeah, used to chase the tears in a different kind of grind, helping little ones leaving our old selves behind. Charnell, Jason, Megan, a trio strong and true, but the system wore us out, needed something fresh and new. So we flipped the script, found the mic and the beat. From deep investigations to stories bittersweet. Prosecutor, the judge, that's Megan on the mic. Charnell digs the dirt, makes sure the facts are right. Crime curious, yeah, that's the name we claim. Shaking our grief, fanning the curious flame. From global listeners to the brain bag we provide. Keep it curious, keep listening with nowhere to hide. Jason's got the wisdom and the jokes to make us smile. Keeps the energy flowing for every single mile. We dive into the dark where the mysteries reside, unraveling the truth with nowhere left to hide. Laws and evidence, Megan lays it down with grace, while Charnell's deep research sets the compelling pace. Crime curious, yeah, that's the name we claim. Shaking our grief, fanning the curious flame. From global listeners to the brain bag we provide. Keep it curious, keep listening with nowhere to hide. Don't ask about the raccoons, some secrets we just keep. But every week we're digging secrets buried deep. For every mind that wonders, for every soul that seeks, we're here to break it down in our crime curious speaks.